All right, before we get this episode started, after you watch this, if you enjoy it, please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video and my channel. A big thank you to you for that. Now, here's this week's episode. Good morning. It is Thursday morning, May 4th, day 2 of my spring turkey hunt 2023, and we're heading down to central Wisconsin. I had mentioned yesterday that my base of operations is the cabin in Northwoods, Wisconsin. We're working on opening that up this week, and happens to be my turkey hunt, so I'm using that as my base of operations. The reason we're opening up late up there is because of the bad winter they had. I think they had a record snowfall up there. We couldn't really get in to open up the cabin, and things coincided the way they did with my turkey hunt, so I drive about 2 hours down to central Wisconsin to hunt. So we'll see you guys in the turkey woods, and maybe things will be a little more exciting than yesterday. See you down there. Okay, we arrived at our spot that we tried to hunt yesterday. You can really smell the burn just crossing the road. I'll show you the burn here in a second. There it is. So there's the burn. And this was their fire break here all the way around, and we're headed back in there to hunt turkey. This was my first choice yesterday, but the DNR advised me about the burn and we moved someplace else. We ended up hunting my third choice. So today I got my first choice. A couple years ago I harvested 2 nice hounds out here. So the birds I did harvest here I took around 11 o'clock in the morning in the past. So we get action in the morning, but the harvest actually took place late morning, so. Here we go. We got our bird. I'm happy. We got our bird for this week. We hunt again next week. Unbelievable. This guy come in quiet with a hen right over the top of the ridge. Had me so shook up I missed my shot. I couldn't believe I missed him at about 25 yards. Kept him in the area and he came back and I got a second shot at him. Unreal. That's why I chose this place on the drive down. If you want to see these exciting hunts, search out Rapant Outdoors 360 Season 2 Episode 13 entitled 2019 Spring Turkey, Wisconsin's Second Time Period, and Season 2 Episode 14 entitled 2019 Spring Turkey, Doubling Up, Wisconsin's Third Time Period, and watch the entire thrilling hunts. All right, catch you when you get to my spot where I set up my blind. I definitely am the first one in here. Nobody's been in here since they burned yesterday. I do see a couple of hoof prints from deer tracks in the fire break here. But I'm also looking for turkey, but no turkey tracks yet. So, well, here's my spot. My little blind area that I sit in. And the fire break goes up here. They burn that. And we hunt all this right out of here. So, all right, I'm going to get set up. We'll be with you shortly. Second day of the hunt begins. I'm hoping this holds off.
Before I pulled out from my lake cabin base camp, I had checked the weather report for a town closest to where I was hunting in central Wisconsin, and I found out that even though temps would be a comfortable 65 degrees, there was a 55 to 60% chance of rain, with east to southeast winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not the best forecast when you're traveling light. I'm not going to be in my comfortable blind like over past years on my brother-in-law's private land with my umbrellas, allowing me to stay dry and out of the weather elements. So I'm starting to realize again that on public land hunts, weather conditions become more of an important factor. Hey, the learning curve continues. Today, I'll be exposed more for sure. Here's a look at my blind setup for this morning's hunt.
I waited about 20 minutes from my initial disturbance of walking into the woods and setting up my blind. And with a 50 to 60% chance of rain, I started today's hunt by letting out a few raspy yelps to see if there was anything around in this area. Let's just see what happens. Now I just heard an aggressive yelp out of a hen in this direction. Now this hill, where these trees are, this goes up a hill and then down. It was way beyond that. So I answered back with a real rough yelp on my box call twice. And it yelped back. I shut up. Now we're going to wait and see what happens. See if we get an aggressive hen in here followed by some toms. That would be cool. I had a light gobble out to the southeast of me. And I did a real raspy yelp call right back at it. Loud and excited. And I've heard some movement out to the southeast, so let's keep our fingers crossed. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up, but I can hear a hen yelping out there. And I've got a hen yelping out in this direction. I'm right in between them. There's a response to the call out there. Yeah, let's sit tight, see what happens. She's yelping. She's yelping out there again. I normally don't use... Yeah, she's yelping. I don't know if we're picking that up or not, though. Sounds like it's coming closer. And I usually don't use a gobble call, but I think I'm going to use it here just once, put it away, see if this thing will come running in. All right, let's see what happens. I don't hear anything out there anymore. And timing was perfect. I had a crow call here. So I gobbled, crow called, I gobbled, crow called, I gobbled. Let's see if that doesn't generate some action. Something's going on southeast of me. Let's see if we can draw it this way.
And lo and behold, much to my surprise, I bucked the odds against the rainy weather. At first, some sunlight would filter through the overcast clouds. And eventually, even though some of the overcast was still there, it would clear up for short periods of time and allow the sunshine to descend down to me.
I thought I heard something up in this direction. Like a, not a dominant Tom gobble, but like a Jake gobble. And a putter, a couple of putts. Well, we'll keep watching and listening. See what happens.
A little while later, as the overcast skies started to return and blot out the sun, I had some gobbling action in that southeast direction.
Just keep on coming in.
The gobbling continued on and off for a while. I kept silent, hoping that the Tom or Jake would get curious and move in closer. As the cloud cover opened up again and started to let the sun back in, and after sitting 20 minutes in silence, the gobbling had stopped and nothing appeared. I figured the silent treatment didn't work. It was time to figure out a plan B.
See if the sun doesn't change her attitude. I'm going to do a couple of raspy yelps. And then we sit and wait. Silence. Like I said, I think we're in for plan C, just a long wait. And hopefully those gobblers remember this area and come and visit late morning. Alright, we'll shut her down. Looks like we're in for a long wait.
I kept scanning the wood line, trying to detect the slightest movement that would be announcing the arrival of a gobbler. But I wasn't seeing anything.
Well, the supposed storm front, or the possibility of thunderstorms, has passed. We've got bright blue skies again, and the sun's peeking out, so back to the shades. And so far, nothing. It's time check here. 11:15. We had some action southeast of us, just some sounds. I replied to my yelping, and nothing ever showed up. So it's 11:15. Well, we're going to stick it out into this afternoon for a couple hours, I guess. We're going to see just how the 2023 Turkey Hunt Public Land Challenge goes. Stick with us.
And then it happened. Out of nowhere, I finally spotted some movement at the tree line. I tried some softer hen yelps on my pushpin call.
There's the hen.
Finally, some action, but I couldn't get that bird to break out of the tree line so I could get a clean shot. He moved to my right, then turned back, heading to my left, but never showed an intent to leave the heavier cover and get closer into my shotgun range. Frustrating. I sat a while longer, and I called a bit, hoping to get some more action. Regrettably, that was it. I never got a chance to duel with another Tom. And as it got later, and I had a 2-hour plus drive back to the cabin, I had to call it for the day.
All right, it's 1:30 and we're pulling the pin. So about 6.5, 7 hours roughly. So on the way out, like I said, coming in, I could tell I was the only one in here, or the first one in here rather, since they did this burn yesterday. So going out, I'm going to look for some turkey tracks, see if anything was moving behind me. So now that this trail is all dusty, loose dirt, once the turkeys discover it, this is going to be a dusting bowl for them all summer long till it rains hard and packs this down. But this is all nice and loose. They get in here, ruffle up their feathers and dust themselves, take a bath. And you can see here the burn that the DNR did, prescribed burn. So I don't know if that was a plus or a minus for hunting here today. I've heard that after the burn that attracts the birds and the animals, but I'm not sure that the day after would be the best option. So, all right, on our way back. Well, my 2023 spring turkey hunt comes to an end in central Wisconsin. It was a short 2-day period, not the normal 7-day hunting period that I usually have if I need to chase toms that long. But there were some factors this season I normally don't have to deal with, like my 2+ hour drive to get to my hunting areas. Now, a 2+ hour drive coming and going is a 4+ hour drive time day. Coupled with 6 to 7 hours of my hunt, that's a 10 to 11 hour commitment of my time each day. And boy, oh boy, it makes for a couple of long days. Plus, we had some lake cabin issues that happened over the winter that just had to be taken care of. And that timing just happened to coincide with the week of my turkey hunt. And that's why I made the lake cabin my base of operations for that week. And it also limited my hunting ability to just 2 days. Hey, thanks for joining us today. And remember, here at Rapant Outdoors 360, we're keeping it real. We're going to show you all of our successes and all of our attempts. After all, it's all about the journey as well as your hunting successes. and I'm going to bring you more this season of my encounters and challenges on public hunting here in the state of Wisconsin. Now, make sure you join us on our next episode, which features the lake cabin opening. Nothing's happening here to get in with the truck. Look how high the snow's piled up over there. Yeah. Alright, let's try to get down and take a look at the cabin. Not good. I got water.
And some of the up north ice dam issues that I had to contend with in early spring and during the same week as my turkey hunt, from a collapsing inside ceiling to paneling and floor damage. Any way you look at it, this would be a major undertaking.
And as always, if you fish, hunt, or just spend time in the great outdoors, make sure you practice CCR. Catch, conserve, replenish. Make sure that those resources are available for future generations. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode. Here we go. We got our bird. Unbelievable.